Nobody's been homeless, put it that way. They don't know what it's like to be out here in the cold, begging for meals.
You have no idea what it's like. I mean, if you had one idea what it was like out here, you'd be raising funds right now.
My name's Amber, and today we're going to be interviewing people on the street about how they feel about homeless living in downtown Champaign.
Well, before we moved here, I worked at a nonprofit that worked with people at or below the poverty level back in Virginia. So I'm familiar with some of the outreach organizations here that are similar to the outreach organizations where I worked in Virginia. A lot of the area churches help with food and financial assistance for people at or below the poverty level. I think it would be really great to get students involved in the community, because I think sometimes there's a tendency for students to come to a school and just do school stuff and maybe not realize that they're part of a larger community. So if there's some student organizations, and there probably are that I just don't know about, that would help people, I think that would be great.
I mean, I don't know if it's a problem. I definitely noticed it more this year than last year, but it's never been something that I've had to deal with.
I heard a girl got mugged recently that I know, but it didn't follow through. Nothing got stolen.
Do you think the campus or the university should do anything about the problem?
I don't know what they could do. I mean, I hope it doesn't get any worse.
Do you mind telling us where you were from originally?
Philo? Where are you from?
Virginia.
My mom, my dad, my baby brother died when I was 4 years old. They got killed by a drunk driver. And then I bounced around from group home to adoption home to institution to foster home to everything you can think of. If you ain't got an ID, you can't get squat. If you don't, and a lot of us lose our wallets. If you ain't got an ID, you ain't got squat.
You got Prayer Center and Salvation Army.
And Time Center.
But you have to have ID.
You have to have ID. And if you ain't got ID, you ain't got squat. I tried to go for a link card. I got to go back and try for another link card, you know. The best thing I do, honest to God truth, is ask you, and you for a little bit of money. Get something to eat. Homeless, hungry, need help. Can you help me out?
Somebody just gave us this.
Yeah, they just gave us 3 pancakes. 3 pancakes and a can of Coke, okay? The best thing I can do is ask you, and you for a little bit of help. And that's all I do. I don't touch your bikes. I don't touch your cars. I don't touch your doorknobs. I don't touch nothing. But I beg. I beg. All I can do is beg. And that's what I do. I was a meat cutter. I cut meat for 25 years. I did telemarketing for, you know, I got a good mouthpiece, but I was a meat cutter. I cut meat at Sam's Club for 7 years, you know. I'm just good at it. Sorry, you know, I'm good at it.
How do you feel the public treats you?
Huh?
Do you think the public treats you fairly?
Yeah, well, it's about 50-50. Some of them just, and some real, you know, some of them just turn their nose up at you. But that's what I call the people that have been trained to I'm sorry about my language. That's what I call the people that have been trained to just ignore us. And there's other people that have compassion. Don't try to judge nobody. Don't try to, you know, get in anybody's face. I just, you know, all I can do is ask. My average day is like asking people for money constantly. just so I can get something to eat. Where do you see that big building? See game day right there with the orange banner? See the big building behind it? That's where we slept last night. That's where we sleep all night. Don't mean no harm. Don't want to bother you. Don't want to do nothing. All we want to do is survive. One day at a time. I got 2 blankets. And they're thin. They're thin. And if you knew where we slept, you guys would freak out. Because you guys have your own apartments, you have your own beds, you have your own blankets, you have your own whatever. If you knew where we slept,
We sleep outside.
you'd freak out. You really would. You really would. I mean, I don't mean to harm you. I don't mean to freak you out or nothing like that. But if you knew where we slept, oh, it would scare you.